And the Yankees hang on to win it 6-3 despite a 3-run rally into the bottom of the 9th inning.
And that would do it. Marco Estrada with the start. He went 5 innings, and he was Marco Estrada, everything we thought Marco Estrada would be, which is an average 5th starting pitcher, and he was relieved by Jeff Francis, who was okay. Steve Delabar made a nice little return after being pissed off at the start of the season, being demoted down to Buffalo. He pitched a perfect inning himself, and then Chad Jenkins came in, and whatever, who cares anyway? They lost 6-3 yesterday.
I care.
You care about what Chad Jenkins
did
yesterday? I didn't think.
The Blue Jays have already used 18 different pitchers.
That's it?
That's fine. Yesterday?
And we were worried about Marco Estrada because he gave up all those homers for the Brewers last season. Well, here's the difference. Last night, courtesy of one Mike Wilner.
First pitch to Teixeira is hit deep. Right center field. That is pounded. And that ball is gone. 10th home run of the season for Mark Teixeira. Makes it 5-0 Yankees.
Yeah, that was in the deep, too. Did you see that thing?
Right.
I was there watching it, and you could tell, when guys hit a fly ball and all the new people that go to the Jays games, everybody's like, ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
But that was like the crowd went silent because everybody that knows what they're talking about watched that thing come off his bat, and it was toast as soon as it went.
Mark Burley tonight gets the start for the Blue Jays on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and on Sportsnet 1. Alex Anthopoulos on Primetime Sports yesterday, Dean, talked about what Mark Burley's done so far this season.
You look at 2013, he started out slow. I think because of his age, everyone's always going to say, you think that there's something more there. I think he's been too consistent for too long. He has hot and cold streaks, and I expect him to get on a roll and get back on track.
Yeah, I'd hope so, because the front of this rotation definitely needs to turn back into the front of the rotation, especially guys like Dickey, who had that great start on Monday night as well, or Tuesday night, Monday night. I have my days mixed up. And Mark Burley struggling, and Drew Hutchinson, minus that great start in Baltimore, he struggled as well. So Estrada, don't expect too much from him. He's just a fifth starter, and you look around baseball. There isn't great fifth starters anywhere, so people just need innings from a guy like Marco Estrada.
I have a question for you guys. Can you imagine, I was thinking about this yesterday when I was watching the game, I sat in my seats, I had my beverage, I was having some peanuts, everything was good, and my mind started to wander, as my mind does. And I thought to myself, could you imagine, it was 4-0 at that point, if the Jays just got average pitching this year? Average. Right? If their ERA was, 20th.
4 instead of 5?
Yeah. If they had an ERA that was 4, they had an ERA between 3.5 and 4.5. I'm telling you right now, the 13 and 15, and they're only 2 games below 500, which is the mind-blowing part of this mess. They're only 2 games below 500. If they had an ERA in and around 4, this would be, instead of 13 and 15, you'd be looking at, 18 and 10. You'd be looking at 19 and 9. I mean, this is the problem with this team. I hate to shine a light on it because, Mark Burley is Mark Burley. You know what you get with Mark Burley, and he's earned his stripes. He's got a World Series. He's pitched a perfect game. He's got a couple no-hitters. He's a perennial Gold Glove Award favorite. Dickey was terrific 2 days ago. He's earned his stripes. He's got a Cy Young. But just imagine if they were average.
Right. And if this offense, once it gets even hotter, it scores the most runs in baseball, that can carry this team for a long time, especially into a big winning streak. And they're doing this without Edwin and Jose really hitting their stride, although Jose was hurt.
And Reyes injuries in the pitching. But I'm not going to play that if game.
Bob, the injuries are one thing, and Alex Anthopoulos was on Primetime Sports yesterday with Bob, and he was terrific. I mean, he was pretty honest about a whole bunch of things yesterday.
Yeah, and here he is talking about how he wants Daniel Norris to follow the same path of Marcus Stroman.
Our hope is that Norris is that guy that's a similar impact to what we did with Stroman. But ultimately, we felt like long-term, if we can just get him consistent sooner than later, just get him rolling a little bit like he was last year, that's probably going to serve us in a much better capacity long-term.
Basically, they want Norris to turn it around. If he has 2 good starts, he's coming back in the rotation. That's the plan. They don't want Estrada to do this long term.
Confidence.
So hopefully, for all, Didi Gregorius,
Gregorius.
Thank you. I was waiting for that.